best advice I can give is to really think about it, because it's going to be a hard decision. It's not an easy one. I would suggest talking about it with somebody close, a friend, a parent, somebody who can be there. More importantly, I suggest talking to somebody who's gone through it so that you get the real facts, the real anguish, because it's not easy. And it's really up to you if you want to be open about it or if you want it to be closed. It's a personal preference on how you want to deal with the after. The after, though, is not going to be easy. The after is when you really are going to want somebody there to hold your hand, just to talk to or just sit with. That's the best advice I can give, is seeking out others who understand. The one thing that did it was my child, or my daughter, thinking about the life that she is going to have now because of the decision that I made, thinking about the life that I would have been able to give her and comparing the two, because she's got what I could have never given her now, and that's ultimately, that gives me the best feeling, knowing that she's happy. My mom was really encouraging me to adopt, but I couldn't really talk to her about it. I have a large family. I have a very large family. And on top of that, I've got brothers-in-laws and sisters-in-laws. And so where my mom was really supportive of it, my dad wasn't. My brother-in-law couldn't understand why I was considering adoption when his mom had him at 14 and he turned out just fine, And there was always the argument, well, you might have turned out fine, but how did your mom do? And he never seemed to understand that. And all the feelings that I had going inside me, too, no one could relate. My mom couldn't understand why it was conflicting, to her I think it was just, well, this is the right choice. This is really the only choice you have if you want to have a life. This is it. And so I was hell-bent on that, that this is my only choice. And it was the right choice. I will never forget signing that paper. I had her in my arms as I did it, All I could think about was, this is the life that I have chosen to give to her. She's going to have a chance to have the things that I wouldn't be able to give her. Being 16, I wouldn't be able to give her dance lessons like I had when I was little. And, I brownies and Girl Scouts, and I really feared that I wouldn't be able to do that for her, give her the chance to actually flourish and grow and be bright. I had to think about all the responsible things too, diapers are expensive, and being a junior in high school and having to think about daycare, granted I had a great family to help me, that was a burden for them too, my mom, she couldn't watch my daughter while I was at school when she's at work. How was I, I'm going to school and I'm not working, how am I going to pay for any of this stuff? That was a big thing for me to think about, was being financially secure. It took me, I don't even know how long it took me. It took me a while to realize that not only was I helping her, but I was giving a gift of a family to somebody who really wanted a family.
Hi, I wanted to introduce myself to you. My name is Michele Jackson. I'm an adoption attorney, and I represent the adopted parents in the adoption process. And on their behalf, I wanted to let you know a few things. I wanted to let you know, first and foremost, that they understand that you are trying to decide something very, very difficult for your life. We know this is a very personal and serious decision that you're making. And we want to say to you that we understand that it takes a lot of courage to even think about adoption. My adopted parents dream of bringing a child into their family through adoption. You may decide that you are able to make this dream come true for them because it's best for you and it's best for your child. One thing that might be a little bit different about our program than other programs is that we truly believe it's important for you to have legal representation and also to have support. In our program, we provide for you to have an attorney, and the adopted parents pay for that attorney on your behalf. We also provide counseling and expectant care. This will help you for that extra support you need and those extra resources you need during this difficult time.